Behind me here at the Incident Command Post are synergizing on ways to conquer the Natural Bridge fire. Wildland firefighters are utilizing this skylift to get to the top. That's where the fire is. It started at the bridge and it has spread in every direction except east.
This is one of the more complex wildfires that I've been on in recent years.
Mike McMillan is a public information officer with the United States Forest Service. He captured this video as firefighters battle the Natural Bridge fire.
Firefighters have to navigate very dense, thick fuels and cliffs, so they're not able to make a continuous control line. They have to go around the rim rock on trails and utilize the trails as control lines.
On top of that, firefighters are dealing with warm temperatures and low humidity.
We're trying to engage the fire as safely as possible, but the weather is not making that easy.
And the weather is expected to only get worse before it gets better.
With this weather we have, we really encourage residents to not burn.
The good news, we're expecting rain this weekend, which will help wildland firefighters fight the Natural Bridge fire. On location at the Natural Bridge State Resort Park, I'm meteorologist Jason Lindsay, WKYT.